Hey guys, Patrick here from BxSC, and I just want to quickly cover what training with intent versus just going through the motions with your training routine sort of looks like. Okay, now what it is that just going through the motions in whatever sort of aspect you're training sort of looks like you walk in the gym, put your stuff down, pick up a barbell, maybe do a few warm-up squats, put some weight on. You're just sort of going through the motions, trying to get to the end of the workout. Versus training with intent, where you sort of know what you're there for and you're training every specific lift like you're trying to get towards the end goal. And this can be the difference between injury and no injury, or maybe just making progress versus having complete flatline plateau in your progress in general. An example of what training with intent might look like. And this is sort of twofold, okay? First of all, you might be approaching, say, this trap bar deadlift, for an example, with an idea in mind of what you're trying to achieve. So maybe for today, for me, I'm working on technique, or I'm working on just being able to brace correctly, so in future when I go heavier, I'll be able to stay safe and lift even more going on from here. So what that might look like, instead of just coming into the trap bar and just jumping in and just pulling up and down like that, I'm going to rather focus on my bracing and my technique a little bit more. So when I'm down here, I want to set up like I'm about to lift, say, 1,000,000 kilos. So we're going to brace correctly to start off with. I'm going to come down, push my bum down, chest up. I want to make sure my posterior chain, everything here, is squeezed and really tight, just so my back stays as safe as possible. Okay, once I'm down here, the next step is to brace and squeeze my core, as well as taking a big deep breath, so my back's even safer and my muscles are tight, ready to lift off, which might look like this. And then slowing the way down, reset, big deep breath, like that. And training with intent like that, focusing on your form, that will help you progress even later. So maybe right now, that's probably not much weight for me. However, if I'm doing it correctly, with the tempo, with the bracing, with the technique, over time, just subconsciously, I'll end up lifting more weight because I'm more confident in the movement and I can do it more comfortably. So what another lift might look like when you're training with intent, say for example, I want to do a Bulgarian split squat, okay? Maybe my end goal is I want to be stronger, so I want to be able to do this lift as well as possible. Like so, pretty much. Come in, work my back foot in the bench, down and up, like so. Now where I'm at in my lift, maybe I want to work my balance a bit more. That's a hard movement, okay? But I want to get stronger. So instead of just working out 1,000,000 reps, which I could, instead of just doing this willy-nilly, I'm going to focus on my balance and my mind-muscle connection. So I'm going to really focus on where my footing is, clawing my feet into the ground, where my knees tracking over my toe, and how low I go. So if I'm going all the way down really slowly and then pushing up as fast as possible, rather than just doing this back and forth, over time, I'll be able to get better technique, be better at the movement, handle more reps, therefore getting stronger, rather than just half-ass going in, up and down as many as I can. So you see, over time, even though the end goals are the same, you'll get far more out of training with intent rather than just going through the motions, doing as many as possible. Cool. So as you can see, guys, training with intent isn't just focusing on technique, even though that's a big proportion of what you're trying to encapsulate in that, okay? Just focus on the technique, tempo of your lifts, really that mind-muscle connection. Focus on all of the above and you'll become better at that movement. Once you become better at that movement, you'll just naturally be able to put more weight in the bar, therefore getting stronger over time. You can see how that's a big difference to just walking in the gym, putting a barbell on your back, loading up with heaps of weights, and just going to town for however much you feel like, really. As long as you're following a periodized plan, you've got good technique, and you know what you're in the gym for, there's absolutely no way that you can stop progressing on your list, okay? Thank you so much, guys. See you next time.